It's a trap, you walk right into the hate. All over a new king that's face is just replaced. It's all the same, you still be ruled by force. And no matter who it is, they'll still carry on the torch. Just a lie, cheat, steal, half of what you make. Taxation is theft, it's time to vacate the state. Newsflash, all your cash is an IOU. From killers who really do steal from you. Inflation is a weapon used by every nation who says that they're saving the world through lies. That they disguise and pass off as bravery. Well, I got news, debt is slavery. It don't matter who's madder, a new master don't matter. When they both want the same, the state don't play no games. They got you trying to survive and put you on sides and ready to kill each other. That's conquer and divide. It's all for show or for hyper control.
That's a fucking Rona's bullshit, boy.
And we're back with another episode of Buns and Tuz. We're here with you on this Tuesday night to give everything you wanted more.
It's very nice to be back in the co-pilot seat. You want to know how sad I was editing those episodes?
Just, listening to, me and other people ramble on about things.
If you could only imagine me in an ethereal spirit sense across the table with my hand out, listening to My Heart Will Go On.
Yeah.
Trying to reach out through the waves.
Hey, I wanted to, before we get started, I wanted to throw a shout out there to, I think he changed his name because originally it said the comment came from George Washington, but then when I looked on it on YouTube, it said Red Sus, like from Among Us.
Oh man, that game's crazy, by the way.
I haven't played it, but no, he made this long comment, and I got to tell you, Red Sus, George Washington, whatever you want to call yourself, I take in criticisms, right? And I understand. Like, if you have a problem with the way I talk, my colloquialisms, if you will, if you don't like it, right? I mean, I could amend myself to an extent, but there are certain things that are never going to not be done in the show. Like certain turn of phrase I might use every once in a while. I don't say it a million times, but here's the thing.
Bud.
Definitively, I'm going to say the things I say. And when you said I should look up a dictionary, I think, sir, what you were trying to say was I should look for a thesaurus. Because I understand the definition of words. You just think that the diversity of my word selection isn't abundant enough for you. But if you don't like what I have to say, go fuck yourself.
I don't know if you fuck with Gary Vee or not. Mm-hmm. Do you like him? Or?
Yeah, he's all right, yeah.
I really like his take on... Would you call that trolls? Or just a negative person, negative comment?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard his take on that?
No, what did he say?
Somebody asked him, they're like, how do you handle all the negativity on social media? And he's like, honestly, I feel bad for him. He's like, think about the mindset you got to be in to actually take time out of your fucking day to write a long negative post on somebody's work. Like, they're out there doing something.
Yeah.
And you're just like a shithead.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry, and I love you, and I hope you have a better day.
Like, he kind of, like, I feel like he the way he went about it, because, like, he goes on to attack me for saying, here's the thing, and definitively, which I go back and listen to the episodes. I don't think it's that.
Look at, like, anything,
It's like a punctuation mark.
He's talking about the recipe that makes this fucking delicious stew that we offer up once a week.
Think of it like punctuation, man.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to convey something.
It's your own personal flavor.
I mean, I'll try to work on it. And he said I say like too much.
But why, though?
But God damn it, man.
Have you ever seen the compilations of Joe Rogan where he's like 1,000,000%, 1,000,000%,
yeah.
1,000,000 over again? Like it's 40 minutes.
I'm sorry that you don't enjoy my speech patterns.
We all have our own flavor.
But I mean, you can keep listening to the show if you want, but for real, you could go to hell too. Yeah. I really don't give a fuck. I don't need
George sitting on that Squashington.
I am so beyond your fucking validation at this point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need it. If you want to listen to the show, that's great. And you did say, like, there's a lot of potential here and blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You not liking the way I talk is your fucking hang up, not mine. Don't put it on me, shitbag. There, I got it out of the way. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure the guy's actually probably really nice. I don't know, though. I mean, he took the time out of his day to be a dickhead.
What if his dog died?
But why me? Why am I the puppy that had to be kicked?
I get it, man. I'm just talking shit.
I
think he should send us pictures of his house or his apartment or his mom's basement, wherever he lives. Just so let's see what he's
I just thought the guy was fucked up, for real.
Yeah, I actually saw that. I forgot about it. I was going to mention it to you.
And you know what? Here's the thing. I've actually adopted a new method for dealing with social media. Whenever I see something negative, right?
You put your balls in a vice and then
No.
on.
I go to comment. I write out a comment, and usually the first time, it's the nastiest one.
Yeah, you're like George Washington.
It's the first reaction.
Sorry, Abraham Lincoln.
It's the first reaction, right?
Yeah.
So then I erase that comment, and then I'll go away from it for a little bit, and then I'll come back, and I'll be like, I'll go to comment again. The second one, not as nasty, a little bit more constructive.
Yeah.
And then I'll erase it again, and then I go back again. I write the third comment, and if I feel that strongly about it, by the time I get to the third one, I will post the comment, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just erase it and go about my day and not let it bother me. And that's what happened with this dude. But I had to put a mental note in the back of my head, like, I want you to understand that you didn't ruin like my week or anything with that comment. You ruined about 20 minutes of my day, and then I did what I did, and then I went and I did the rest of my week. You know, how did I sleep? I slept on 2 pillows behind my head and then a pillow on either elbow because I like to prop my elbows up.
Sounds like you sleep on a cloud.
Okay, so I don't care, but I did make a mental note after I had brushed you aside.
Yeah, just to let you know.
To make sure that I wanted to spit venom into your ears on the next episode. Yeah. Like I had to make a mental note of it.
Well, I'm glad we have potential at least. Fucking Talent Agent Timmy.
Yeah.
When I said you were like Abraham Lincoln, I didn't mean like how Donald Trump's better than Abraham Lincoln, like he said. I don't know if you saw that.
No,
but yeah, he said that. He's like something along the lines of, I've done more for black people than Abraham Lincoln. I think he said that in one of his... Anyway. But
you ever seen like that meme from the Eric Andre show where he says, how can you say something so brave yet so controversial?
Yeah. Oof.
You know?
But no, he was in one of those success books that I read where they talked about, it was probably Napoleon Hill, where it talked about like anytime he wanted to give somebody criticism, he would write the most scathing fucking letter. Right?
Yeah.
Like there was a general that had fucked up majorly at one of these battles during the war.
Yeah.
And he was about ready to tear this motherfucker's face off. Like, he took off his 6-foot hat, he put it down next to his ugly wife, and he was like, I'm going to write this motherfucker and let him know.
Yeah.
And he wrote this motherfucker out. And then he didn't send it.
Yeah, I think it's I kind of like, I came upon my own way of handling that, and it goes beyond just comments and social media. I started to do it in other aspects of my life too, because it's a good exercise. And it's...
So help you with the rage demon?
No, I've come to terms with the fact that now that I have abandoned nicotine, the rage demon is an inevitable thing.
Do you have anything out there to say to the people that might be going through the same tobacco cessation?
Just understand that, you know, you'll always think about it. You're never not a smoker. You're never not a nicotine addict. That's the thing.
Sounds like some drinking shit for real.
Like, I'm not on that, like, give yourself up to a higher power, Bill W., Friends of Bill W. nonsense.
Shout out 12 Steps.
Because I think I don't believe in, like, surrendering myself to anything to stop myself from doing something. I think if I'm going to stop doing something, I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did. But I just understand that, and I want anybody else out there to understand that if you're seeing me, understand that now that I was talking to, I thought El Presidente was...
No, when we started the show, he was the president.
Okay, but I was talking to El Presidente the other day, and I was like, and this goes back to what I talked to before about my epigenetic roots in the berserker, you know, like my forefathers used to, you know, cleave heads in twain with axes and whatnot, right?
Yeah, of course.
And now there's no longer a nicotine barrier. The nicotine barrier was like, it was to protect, it wasn't to protect me. I want everybody to understand that. It's to protect everybody else.
I haven't been on in, 3 weeks? So 3 weeks ago, I think when we talked about it, you said you felt like it was positive. Like it was, you were opening kind of your...
Oh, it definitely, but the problem is now, there's no like barrier for the anger. You know what I mean?
Would you call tobacco, it's like birth control for beating someone's head in?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I've had to find new ways to cope with anger and stuff like that for
feed me a kitten.
You know, I've started listening to books on tape on my commute because I have to do something.
Shout out, not a sponsor.
Instead of just listening to music while I deal with traffic, because it's like I told El Presidente. I said I feel the veil between me and my ancient ancestral roots is much thinner now than it was about a month ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the veil's thinning anyway. You just kind of sped it up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're on your trip, your path. You're doing well. I look to you for guidance. I'll be there soon. Then you'll just be the fucking two ragey asshole podcasts.
Yeah.
Won't be funny anymore. It'll just be angry.
No.
We'll be like crotchety old men that have candy in a bowl out on the porch, and a kid comes up and we start spitting on him like, get off my fucking lawn. Mm-hmm. That's how I picture it.
You know, the weird thing though, like before, I remember I used to admonish people for like getting all up in arms about people like smoking cigarettes like in a parking lot or just out in the open somewhere or just doing whatever. But now I get it.
Wait,
but I think
you shit on them?
It's coming from a different angle now because now it's a matter of like it reminds me of the time before, you know, before the dark time.
So how would you prefer they do it?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Listen, this is the same thing I tell Tobies, man. Sometimes you just gotta let me have it. Let me have my rage, you know.
Yeah.
Let me eat it. Let me just shove it down my throat, and then deal with it my own way. And then I'll get around to it eventually, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's probably not good for me in the long run. But
you do look youthful. I don't know if that...
You know, that's weird. You're like the third person to say that this week.
Your face just looks younger.
Yeah, my eyes. I noticed it too, like around my eyes and stuff. It's not like...
I mean, like, I can't really... I mean, the lighting here is funny. I can see your forehead and your cheeks in that beard, though. Mm-hmm. I have beard envy. But you just look, let's call it baby-like.
No.
You kind of got like some baby skin going on there.
Yeah.
Do you feel youthful? I don't want to turn this into a tobacco podcast.
For real, I honestly, I thought like things were going to be different. I like more different, but they're really like the same. I still like cough.
Oh yeah, well you got that clean out process probably.
But now it's all like it's all clear. You know what I mean? But I still cough, and I still have allergies really bad.
Yeah,
like
you probably don't have that, right?
That didn't change.
The allergies were a result of the smoking?
I felt like, yeah. Well, I thought at least they were like making it worse, but in reality, the smoking really wasn't doing anything to it. It was the same regardless of what I was doing.
I fucking forgot, by the way. I bought you that, bought it for the studio, that peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah.
I can't wait to look at your face while you taste it.
Does it taste like peanut butter?
Bruh. You know what it tastes like?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it to you in the steps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You know there's steps.
Yeah.
Peanut butter creamy, peanut brittle,
mm-hmm.
and a little bit of fire.
I like fire.
Yeah. You like peanut brittle?
Yeah.
I sampled a lot down there, bro.
A lot of whiskey?
Well, they had all kinds of stuff. They had like a little $5. You throw it in, they give you a little baby thimble, 12 of them.
Yeah.
And they had one that tasted like it was a moonshine. Key lime pie.
Mm-hmm.
It tasted like a key lime pie.
Yeah. Huh.
I don't know how they're doing it, these flavor wizards down there in the hills. But
yeah, I don't even... Listen, I don't know how they're doing it. I just found out the other day, out of sheer curiosity alone, I wondered, because I've been chewing a lot of gum.
Yeah.
You know, to try to eliminate it's just something to do. You know what I mean?
Oral fixation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other day I looked up, I was just curious. I was like, what is bubblegum flavor? Like, what is bubblegum flavor, right? Because it couldn't just like, bubblegum didn't just always exist.
Like somebody did it once and it just stuck.
But the thing is, it's like, it has to be based off of something else, right?
Right.
Like, It's not just like, there was some ancient plant called the bubblegum.
We have the bubblegum flavor given to us by the gods.
Exactly, right? So, and it's not like the gum naturally came flavored. There's no way, right? So I looked it up, right? And I found out, believe it or not, it actually surprised me. It's usually the bubblegum flavor we think of. It's different. This changes. Like some companies use different mixes, but the most prevalent mix, and this is going completely off the rails for the show. I just thought it was very interesting.
This is a shoot the shit
So,
cast,
well, here's the thing. I mean, we got the. Did I say here's the thing?
It's fine.
I can't believe
Fuck
I said
that dude,
it, man.
man.
I'm really trying not to.
Listen,
Like,
don't let his envy of our flavor fuck with your head.
okay, so
Jealous ass.
I'm going to tell you 2 of the flavors right off the rip,
Okay.
right? And I want you to guess the third. I don't think you're going to guess the third because the third is the one that blew my mind.
Okay.
Strawberry?
I thought strawberry was like the hardest thing to replicate.
Well, okay, we're talking about artificial strawberry here. Right? This is the bubblegum flavor.
So you're saying they put this into the regular pink bubblegum flavor?
This is regular pink bubblegum flavor.
Okay.
Right? There's three flavors, right?
I mean, you piqued my curiosity, but now you have my interest.
Now, mind you, they're artificial, but they're based off of real things, right? There's strawberry,
yeah.
cherry, and then there's a third flavor.
If you say marshmallow, I'm going to put my head through
It's
the wall.
not marshmallow.
Okay, what is it?
This is the one that blew. Maybe it won't blow your mind. It didn't blow Toby's mind for some reason.
The first 2 fucked me up.
When I
anyway,
said it,
so-
she was like, "Huh, that's interesting." But banana.
What?
Think about it. Think in your flavor brain, and it makes perfect sense when you pop a piece of bubblegum like bubblegum flavored
You're
bubblegum,
making my mouth wet, bro.
like, and there's that central flavor,
Yeah.
like the cornerstone flavor, and you never really were able to put your.
Is it banana?
It's banana.
Banana is the cornerstone.
Banana is the cornerstone of the bubblegum flavor.
How old is this formula?
Oh, from fucking like 100 fucking years ago.
You know how nasty.
It's fucking. It was our fucking. Listen.
All right, man.
Here's the thing.
I got a better story.
Our great grandfathers were railing our great grandmothers while eating fucking bubble gum that has the same flavor that we're chewing now.
Yeah. So now every time you chew bubble gum, I have somebody chewing bubble gum, they throw up in their lap because they're thinking of their great grandparents raw dogging in the living room.
But put that in perspective for a minute.
Yeah.
You know that it blew my mind. Some things.
Yeah, I didn't expect any of those flavors.
Well, okay, the cherry, the strawberry, almost. I was like, okay, whatever. The banana one is what it threw me over
Even
a barrel.
that, I mean, I don't know.
But then it was a revelation because I was like, wait a minute. I was like, yes. It's like the footprints in the sand.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
the
remember the
banana
time-
shaped footprints.
Don't we have that? It's in here somewhere.
The banana. When my footprints were gone, the banana shaped footprints were still there. You know,
The banana is what carried you.
exactly.
Come to me, you
You didn't even know. You didn't even know.
Plantain has got your back.
I didn't know either.
I think a more believable story, not to change the formula, but a more believable story. You remember we talked before, I don't know if you ever read it or not, the Book of Enoch, where it talks about the all the angels and the fallen angels that came down and they taught the different things to men. Like one taught about jewelry, one taught about witchcraft, another one taught about weapon making and art of war.
Yeah.
There's a guy that was like, bubblegum.
Yeah.
This is the recipe of the gods.
Well, apparently not to get into bubblegum lore any more than we already have. I mean, we're coming up. This is
the first topic in the show is going to be bubblegum history.
But here's the thing. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this is topical because
everybody's putting it in their mouth.
it is Halloween. This is our Halloween episode in theory because we won't be doing another show until after Halloween's over with. So this is our Halloween. So bubblegum is candy. Ergo, it's topical. But yeah, it's our Spooktacular special.
Yeah.
You know,
We might have another extra one for you. We don't know yet.
so
It's in the works.
it's topical to talk about bubblegum.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the things that kids like. Listen,
mean-
you know what you get in your little plastic lantern, your little pumpkin?
Yeah.
You get drugs, you get razor blades, you get bubblegum.
I'm here to tell. First of all, I'm here to tell you now.
If people were handing out drugs, right?
Yeah. Ain't nobody handing out free drugs to kids.
I feel like every single fucking year, it's always on a different day. But
this is coming from a former drug addict. I would never give away my drugs for free.
Somebody says it, and one of us looks at each other and we're like,
Yeah.
ain't nobody giving out drugs.
Ain't nobody giving out drugs for free. All right. Because even to my recollection, it was understand that if I gave anything to anybody, it was for some sort of, it was like there was some sort of trade going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was like some sort of like,
giving you my fucking shit.
yeah. Like you're giving me goods and services for what I have.
You know, there's only two things I'll give you for free, and that's a hard time and a pop in the mouth.
Like, unless you were a close friend,
Yeah.
you're not going to get
I feel like
anything for, like, I'm not giving some kid, like, okay,
Hey, Stanley.
Listen, the razor blades. Now that I've quit smoking, I kind of get that one a little bit.
Kids, though? Hey, kids, you just open the door and you blow a kid's head off like, Happy Halloween, fuckers.
Hey, y'all want some candy?
Yeah. Go ahead, pick whatever you want. Little bitch.
Nah, I'd never put razor blades in candy. But
Allegedly. Man, I can't wait for Halloween. Beggar's Night's about to be lit.
But I mean, that's messed up. But nobody's giving away drugs. I'm sorry. That's bullcrap.
Well, if there's some hero out there, like I saw a dude on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And it's you guys can't see it, but it's air quotes,
Mm-hmm.
COVID Halloween. So he's on his porch. He's got a little pulley system set up down at the end of the drive.
Nice.
He launches it out there. Candy for the kids, beer for the parents.
Oh, man.
And he's out there like with a cooler, like, hey.
That reminds me of a story when I was a kid. Well, I wasn't a kid. Let's say I was in high school, right?
Yeah, let's say I was 32.
And it was Halloween, and I was helping mom and dad pass out candy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the next door neighbor comes by he had like 4 or 5 munchkins. They were a weird family. They rented the house next door, and they bred guinea pigs. Like when I would come home late at night, I would be walking past their house, and there would be this low murmur of wheat.
Sounded like a fucking guinea pig porno. Oh no!
Like it was like a low, high pitched squealing noise. Like almost all of them in unison, like squeaking at the same time. But they came up to the house and go to have the kids come up and get candy. Dad's sitting there, drinking his Milwaukee's Beast Ice.
I know that's right.
Just enjoying himself. Watching
Shout out Steve.
Seeing all the little costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
And the dad is like, he was kind of like semi cool with my dad to an extent.
As cool as you can be with a guinea pig breeder.
Yeah, and as cool as my dad will be with somebody that, because he's kind of a lone wolf.
Right. It's times like these you need friends.
Don't come to me.
Don't come to me.
You're doing all right there, bud. But the guy comes up, the kids get the candy, dad's drinking his beer, and the guy's like, hey, you think you got a beer for me? And we all got a chuckle out of it. We're like, and the guy's like, no, seriously, could I get a beer? And dad's like,
get out of here.
He's like, are you serious?
I plan on drinking every one of these beers.
And it got like kind of weird for me because the guy's like, yeah, I'd like a beer. And dad's like,
you didn't put in on this, man.
And he like kind of shrugged his shoulders. He's like, all right. And, like hands him a beer. Like
that's how feuds are started.
Exactly, man. He'll remember that.
He probably still does. I'm gonna bring it up next time I see him. Remember that time that fucking asshole that bred guinea pigs asked you for one of your beers?
Yeah, one of your very carefully rationed beers that you make
right.
sure that you this is how many beers I have for the night. This is all I got.
I feel like your dad is one of those dudes. I never will remember who told me this. I want to say it was Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
But it might not have been. Anyway. Like, what are you doing tonight? I'm like, got a sixer in the fridge. About to just chill. Drink a 6-pack. And they're like, 6-pack.
Juvenile.
6-pack's going to get you a DUI. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you're going to drink all 6 and you got to go to the gas station, dummy.
Yeah.
Carefully rationed.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I was never able to steal. Like, like a lot of kids, like they'll steal beer from their parents or liquor. I was never able to do that kind of shit. I remember I took a Milwaukee's Best one time, and I took one, literally one, and he knew when I got home. He's like, "Hey, next time you take one of my beers, why don't you just ask?"
How old were you?
I was probably about 15, 16 years old.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I was hanging out with the doctor.
The doctor.
But, we were rambunctious. Was
that before I started?
I don't know, Matt. Probably because we would go to like FFA lockdowns and like drink homemade wine and drink beer before we went in.
I'm a lame. I didn't drink till I was 21. 20.
We were the bad kids, sipping beers before
smoking
school,
in the boys' room.
before school lockdowns and whatnot.
Yeah, before Columbine, what have you, or around. I mean, probably after, but you get it.
Couldn't even probably do that no more.
Columbine or.
No, they could definitely do Columbine still. Okay. I mean, that happens.
Shout
all
out
the
to
time.
Joe Biden for making those gun-free zones.
I mean, I guess because of COVID, I guess it's kind of put a damper on them. But,
I'm a shithead, but like I really enjoy that meme I posted a while ago, probably back in April or May. I had that guy with the gun. He's like crying, sitting in the window, and it's like school shooters right now because the schools were shut down.
Yeah, that's very dark.
Can I read this? It is dark.
Read what you want.
I want to read this Three Amigos email.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
we always talk about people that want to send us long form emails at bonesandsubs at gmail.com.
Yes.
Yeah, you send us a long form email, we're gonna read it on the air. We love it. Actually, probably more. I like it more than breathing.
Yeah,
it's fine. But Three Amigos are becoming a staple of the Bones Tubs podcast. Good afternoon, gentlemen. I hope this message finds you well. Bones, enjoy your walk about, mate. Tread softly, but carry a big knife, which is cool because I just bought a new knife.
Was it this one?
No, I bought a Cold Steel.
Oh,
I'm getting closer and closer to Crocodile Dundee.
Ooh, okay.
I'll have to show it to you. Tubbs, well done manning the ship while your partner in truth is down. I like that.
Yeah,
you did a really good job too. Can we get dabs on that?
I tried. You
did a great job.
I had good co-hosts.
You made me feel, teary.
I had good co-hosts. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's really about. Other than the fact that apparently I only say
dude, man.
I only say 10. I'm like Dr. Seuss. I said I want to keep things simple. I'm only going to say 30 words.
I don't think you're Dr. Seuss. I think you're Wiz Khalifa reading a Dr. Seuss book where he makes it a rap.
I got a bucket in my pocket.
Bucket in my pocket. That was Wiz Khalifa, right?
I don't know, man.
It's one of them black rappers.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been charged up. I haven't done this in 3 weeks, guys.
Yeah.
Forgive me. I'm not sure what I'm editing out. But anyway, it was high time for the rest of the Bones and Tubs crew to stop in. I totally agree. That was me. It's not the email.
Oh, okay.
Love the show. I miss the adult language, but I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
I'm an asshole. Did you see that comment we got on the one YouTube?
Mm-mm.
It was totally cool. I'm sorry. I know you're listening.
Was it basically about somebody saying, like, I don't care if you cuss because I'm from Marfugal?
Yeah, it was like, hey, I'm from Marfugal family, and not all of us have virgin ears. Like, shout out to you. Hit us up in bonesandtubs@gmail.com, and I just want to talk to you.
Well, we definitely lost it. And I tried really hard the last 2 episodes, but this one, apparently.
Well, we feed off of each other's fucking.
It's over with.
It's fine.
That and that one dude, I
could just be like any of those other podcasts that just put in the sound of like a ball, like a baseball getting hit every time we fucking cuss.
See, that I feel like they would end up like what to me if I'm listening to a show, right?
Yeah.
And someone does something like that over and over again,
make you mad.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's more annoying than somebody cussing, obviously.
Yeah. Well, you're also an adult with a brain.
Yeah, because imagine if you used like a dolphin noise, you know what I mean? Or like, say like this episode, like it was just Vincent Price laughing every time somebody cussed. The first 3 or 4 times would be hilarious, but then after that, I'd be like, I'm turning this episode off now.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm like a juvenile and I'm retarded. I really enjoy that SpongeBob dolphin laugh.
Yes,
but we also don't do it over and over again like you're talking. about.
I feel like maybe we could reach him in the middle. Maybe if we only bleeped out the F words.
Fuck is such a good word, though.
Maybe then they'll be like, okay.
Have I said yet?
No.
Like I feel like that one.
Maybe like could we create maybe we have to create a short list and say
it's crazy that
that this word, and this word are off limits, or if they are in the show, they need to be bleeped out.
Well, obviously, you can't say those things.
Yeah, well, those aren't even on the list. They didn't make the list. Those got thrown in the memory hole and never forgotten about again.
Right.
Bitch. Okay, you said there's 2 F words that would make the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, those. And then the C word. Yeah. And that's about it, really. I feel like as long as you discount those 3, we'd probably be all right.
With some of these porn sites, right? Like if you have it's not. I don't think it's OnlyFans, but it's ChatterBait. Mm-hmm. If you start a ChatterBait account, I think it is. It's one of those. Anyway, you can with your account block your content in a certain area. Mm-hmm. So say like 50 miles out of where you live.
Yeah.
So no one
who recognizes you.
Exactly. I wish.
Damn it.
Why did Tubbs quit his job?
I didn't know this.
Knowledge is things. No, but what if we could like only leave in when it went to Australia? Because like if we're blurring out, they're like, I ain't talking to these fucking clowns.
That'd be awesome. If there was some sort of way to bridge the gap. Maybe, maybe we got to okay, this is what I'm thinking. Hear me out on this. Okay, if we leave the C word in, right? Yeah. We never blank it out. When it's in, it's in. Because we don't say it too often. So when it drops, it drops like a bomb and gets everybody's attention, right?
Not like Tony Robbins, where he says "fuck" and it like gets your attention.
So it's like that. Except so every time we say it, every great once in a while, maybe once an episode, right?
You know how many of those would drop off the fucking
Well,
map,
but that's
though?
the thing, though. That's what I'm saying. How could they complain if we literally... It's like a PG-13 movie. Because, like in PG-13, you're allowed to say fuck one time.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You say it once, and if you say it more than once, you're rated R. Right?
Man.
What if that's like our C... Like, that's what we do with the C word. It's like the alien in
Did
South...
they just say-
It's like the alien in South Park, right? Because there's an alien in every episode.
Yeah.
There's somewhere in the episode, right?
Can you find it?
And you got to find it.
Yeah.
It's just going to be in there.
What if we made it a thing too, where it was like, if you find it and you give us the minute and the hour and the seconds, we'll enter you to win a Amazon gift card.
Yeah.
Make it like
Yeah.
an Easter egg, like
Yo.
an egg.
See, we're on to something here.
An egg that
I
you
like
shit out of
this. I like this as we're going.
It's nice.
I like where it's going. But we always blur out the F word, both the F words.
Okay.
Yes. And then
This one's gonna be. I'm gonna be tired.
I think shit, asshole. I think those are fine. Can we think of anything else?
Bitch.
And then there's like the derivative ones, like the ones that aren't as like I mean they're still graphic, but they're not. I don't like if you say someone's a guzzler, right?
Yeah.
That's
It's descriptive.
Like, you know what would be really funny though is if you just bleeped out the part and left the guzzler part, so it's like you guzzler.
Guzzler.
It's
Talking
like,
about a dolphin guzzler.
it's like how when they edit movies for TV and they say asshole and they bleep out the ass part, so they're just like hole.
Yeah. I didn't even remember where I left off in this email. This is what happens when we don't talk about things before the show. I'm sorry to anybody that gives a shit. Not really.
Oh, we're gonna get some stupid comments.
That's
on this
fine.
one,
I think
tell,
I
man.
think 99% of the Bones and Tubs nation enjoys, like they're giggling their asses off right now. Somebody pissed themselves
we
in a truck.
only get negative comments from new listeners,
From people who have sex with their mom.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna put that out there.
Okay.
It's usually from new listeners. It's their first. It's the people that they're never gonna come back. Right. They listen to the first 10, 15 minutes of an episode.
I wasn't listening because you guys talked about bullshit for 25 minutes, and I wanted to hear the topic. Like that?
Yeah, even though this episode I doubt it's going to have a topic.
Oh, well, bubblegum history is one.
Okay, Bubba. Okay, I got it. I already know the title. Can we do this, please? Can we do this, please?
Yeah.
The Spooktacular History of Bubblegum.
Yes. I won't remember it, but future Brian, when he edits the episode, will remember it.
I really want that to be the title of the episode, simply because when our audience, our regular listeners see that title, they're going to be, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this shit, man? Like, what the these dudes have lost their goddamn minds.
They've finally gone fucking crazy.
I mean, you know what? In all honesty, I'm on the verge, man. This whole election's got me.
Listen, we got 7 days left. And then we can start shooting people. Allegedly, hypothetically, just kidding.
7 days plus 4 more years, man. That's and 7 days plus 4 years of whoever wins.
I was on my way to pick up the kids earlier, and I almost drove into a bridge, like the side of I probably would have gone over and died.
Like Beetlejuice style?
Yeah, I like to think I wouldn't have come back as a ghost though. Like I would have just died.
Yeah.
Painfully, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe died in a hospital about a week later.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but the sign that I saw made me feel that way. It was a thin blue line flag, and it said, Donald Trump 2020, keep America safe. And I was revving at about 7,000 RPMs.
So I guess I'll ask you, even though I already know. I know, for the most part. But I've asked this question this will be the third time I've asked this question.
Today or ever?
Or today. Or not today, on the show, the last 3 episodes.
Okay.
I've asked the same thing of all 3.
Yeah.
Well, the doctor, Jake the Snake, Long Dick Daddy from Cincinnati, and you.
Right.
And that's who's going to win.
Oh. I actually heard 2 theories, and none of them are the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you fuck with Twitter much?
I hate Twitter.
Okay, do you fuck with Richie from Boston?
Mm-mm. No. I hate Twitter.
Well, I mean, he was on YouTube.
Okay.
He put up a video the other day on YouTube and it was only up for 20 minutes before YouTube was like, no, go fuck yourself. But Richie from Boston is a fucking savage. And he said, you know, I think he's a truck driver. He's like, I've driven from coast to coast to coast to coast to coast to coast. From Wyoming to fucking Ohio, I've only seen 3 Joe Biden signs. Everything is Donald Trump, everything else. Flags, pictures, fucking signs. They're going to steal this fucking election. They're going to take it. The MAGA crowd's going to freak the fuck out. And then the likes of these people, like, did you know Alex Jones is a supporter of fucking martial law now?
Really?
Supposedly. I haven't heard it from his mouth yet, but he said it, I think, and 3 or 4 other people I've heard said it. And it was in that, the QAnon thing that we put in our story.
You know, anybody out there that has given me crap because of the shit that I've talked about
With
Alex
crap.
Jones in the past,
Yeah.
I want you all to go to hell now because I was right.
Listen, once I saw he lived in that fucking giant house and he was...
I was right.
Yeah. Well,
He's a shill. I hate to say I told you so.
It is what it is, man.
But I fucking told you
If he's not a shill, he's a retard.
Okay, so.
But he said that he thinks the Joe Biden crowd, they're going to steal it. Now, I watched a video when I was on my little fucking foray into the woods. And it was a video of Kamala Harris's husband. Did you see this video?
No.
He comes out looking like a white dude that nobody fucking knows, because you shouldn't.
Yeah.
And he's like clapping, you know? They've got about 4 to 10 people in that somewhere in there in a it looked like a hotel or an airport, a little conference room.
Yeah.
And they're all clapping. And he's like, oh, I'm the president of the next, I'm the husband of the next president of the United States. Like, they keep pushing this weird shit about Joe being like a fallout.
Well, you know what's weird is it almost seems advantageous that just recently, it makes me think of how Nancy Pelosi said, she didn't mean it in the nearest of futures, but down the road, they're already looking into beefing up the powers of the 25th Amendment.
Right. They say that
to remove people based on their
health
capacity and their health. So
they're trying to make it seem like it's all for Trump, but really it's probably just for Biden when they steal the election.
Yeah.
And you saw that thing too in that QAnon. I can't. I gotta edit QAnon out because that'll get removed. They're really heavy on that right now. That's another thing Richie from Boston said. He said he has like sources inside of YouTube. And he said that what they're about to do in a couple of days makes all the other shadow bans look like nothing, or all the other purges look like nothing. I just lost it.
Well, you know what's crazy to me is I saw this the other day, is the way that the whole Hunter Biden thing is being covered in the rest of the world compared to how it's being covered in the United States.
Bunter Hyden.
Yeah,
we can't use the other one.
Oh,
it's bad.
Okay, but you get what I'm saying, right?
I do.
It's not being covered here barely at all.
No.
But in the rest of the world,
right,
it's being covered like a huge news story.
Well, have you seen like all the literally mainstream like websites that are getting removed for posting anything about it off Twitter, Facebook, and all that shit?
That is crazy.
Actual news.
That's crazy.
Not like collectiveevolution.com /
Yeah.
It's a real news site.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. We've literally entered...
well, I talked about in the last episode because I wanted to address the fact I thought it was kind of gross that, like, social media was doing this and people were, like, cheering it on.
Well, yeah, it's dangerous. We can't...
You know, the whole... Well, and then you have, like, you have a free speech rally in San Francisco where it boggles one's mind to try to wrap your head around the notion that there's a free speech rally, right?
Right.
Who, you know, 10 years ago, who would have argued against having a rally for free speech? And they're actually being counter protesters to a free speech rally. Not only that, counter protesters that turn violent.
Well, they probably they're using that mind control shit of hate speech, right?
And literally knocked the teeth out of one of the free speech protesters, knocked his teeth out, African American fellow who actually initiated the rally.
Are they the ones that they're calling Uncle Toms to?
Oh, of course they are. It's their go-to.
That's fine.
Because the only time you could criticize an African American in this country is if they don't.
You ain't vote for me. You ain't black.
Yeah, if they don't follow the rhetoric of the left, like because then they're just zombies, right? They don't have an opinion. They lack the mental capacity to have an opinion about anything because suddenly they're part of the they're not part of the resistance anymore.
They're the same ones that they talked about before with the liberals. I wouldn't say liberals, but the leftists, where they were like, well, black people can't really use the internet because they're poor.
Yeah.
And they don't have driver's licenses to drive to the polling stations.
Yeah. Blows my mind.
But, I mean, that's where we're at. We're literally like...
They could say things like that.
You know, I hate using the Bible, right? But I will. The meek will inherit the earth. Is that where we're at?
I hope not.
I mean, what do you call it? They said, love the show. I miss the adult language, but I get it. For fun, I suggest throwing in some sci-fi ones as substitutes. Example, frel, fracking, slag, etc. Or wind, or wind the clock back and bring back the likes of Dagnabbit. Furthermore, I have never voted, not once. Lost my faith in U.S. government during high school history class. Good for you. Trump will win this year poorly because I believe that office is bought and paid for in 8-year increments. I agree. But there are a lot of moving parts in this clock, Bones said, racistly. Keep making the cabal nervous. Gents. Perhaps a shout out to the Three Amigos. Hey, Three Amigos. Shout out.
Yeah.
To the Three Amigos. Mr. Bond, steady hands on the wheel, rough roads for miles ahead. Redbeard, much thanks for life preserver as of late. Sail on, pirate. Keep the powder dry. Dr. Gonzo, not all who wander are lost. Wherever you go, there you are. The fog rolls in.
There you go.
It was a good email.
Yeah.
I love those boys.
You know, this is messed up. I've seen this 3 times today already. People keep posting. They're like, you're supposed to send this to your boyfriend or your husband and say, I'm buying this for you.
What the fuck is that?
What size do you want? And like, you're supposed to post the response that the boyfriend has or the husband has to it. And like, you know, it's supposed to be a joke. But I'm looking at this and I'm like,
I would like a 2X.
Yeah, I wear this, like not this one.
That's
but
you, Porky Piggin' it.
I wear this something like this. It's a men's nightshirt.
Is there any way I could get like a larger size on the shoulders but shorter at the waist?
Here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with this. Who says there's something wrong with this? This is very comfortable.
I wouldn't wear that.
You wouldn't wear that?
No, I fucking wouldn't.
Why not?
Because, man, you know that whole thing about like if you don't put your feet under the covers, the monster will get them.
Yeah.
Same with your testicles.
I wear a blanket.
I mean, you're a man. I must be a boy. I can't do that. My tiny boy genitalia will not allow.
You know what's wild is I saw this, and not even 2 days ago, mark it on the calendar. Today was the 27th, so it was the 25th.
Okay.
I decided it was time to put on my men's nightshirt again.
So you haven't been using it?
I don't. It's a seasonal thing,
right? Because otherwise, it's just naked.
It's just nothing.
I got you.
I don't. I like
took me
being
longer than it
I
should
like
have.
being as restricted as the less restriction, the better on my bed routine.
Listen here, man. Tubbs always thinks about freedom.
Like because that is as close to being naked as you can get.
Do you have a nightcap?
You know, it's funny. The first nightshirt that was bought for me, by my sister. She bought me the nightcap as a joke because they thought the whole thing was a joke. They thought I was just I wasn't being serious.
They didn't understand that it was a
when
lifestyle.
I was like, I want a nightshirt,
bro,
like a long one, like an old timey one that men used to wear. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they got it, and I wear it. I wear it for basically 4 months out of the year.
Probably fall to winter.
I mean, let's see. So October, November, December, January, February. And then usually probably by March. So about 5 months, almost half the year.
Man, that's crazy.
Wear that men's nightshirt.
I just feel like my boys will get cold.
Bro, I like my boys cold.
Do you?
I like them frosty. You know? That's why I spend half the year not even wearing anything at all.
I don't know if I have to edit this out, but I have little baby balls.
Listen, my mood and my ability to be happy is linked directly to the temperature of my testicles.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? If they are anywhere, like, at worst, they're at body temperature. At best, they are at least 5 degrees below body temperature at any given time.
Bones can confirm. I remember when our old job at Houston Woods, I would walk up days, like, he'd be out smoking a cigarette back when he did that type of shit on the back dock. And his kitchen pants, it didn't matter which pair of kitchen pants it was, they all had holes in them.
Oh, yeah.
I would look at his nuts every fucking day when I walked up there.
Yep.
I've even seen him at work now at the place we can't mention. It's a Factory of Sadness.
I mean, now I got the pants that they don't have a hole in the crotch. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Do you think that those boys just kick the door down? Like, fuck these
I
pants.
mean, eventually, I assume that's what it gets to. You know what I mean? Though I am wearing those new underwear now, and they kind of changed the game.
Yes, the ball bag.
Yeah, they
Not
have
a sponsor.
Have we talked about it on the show?
I don't think so.
I bought new underwear.
Yeah.
Okay, they're the new age men's underwear that have a separate pouch for the boys.
Would you call it a pocket or a pouch?
It's the boy one for the sack
For the boys.
is just an indented little pouch, right?
Yeah, slide them in there.
But then there is a literal hole above that is designed specifically
For your winky?
for your man
Man.
to slip through.
Damn.
So when you pee, there's just this little piece of cloth you just lift up. That's it. You just lift it up. It's amazing. You don't even have to pull shit down.
Like I
you literally
said,
go like this. You go whoop.
I
like
got little
that.
baby balls, so it's like the ball thing doesn't really affect me yet because I feel like when I get older and my balls finally start to sag, it'll be cool.
Now you understand these underwear. They literally it's like they almost like they clutch your sack and pull it away from your body.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter how. I don't think it matters how small your testicles are. It will literally it will snuggle them in a hug and pull them away and keep them nice and cool and dry.
Right.
I mean,
Savage.
I love them,
I love them too. I've not even worn them yet.
but they're great underwear. I might buy you some for Christmas. Just
Bro.
buy you just like a 3-pack and be like,
What are the bones by a Tubbs though? I feel like I'm just terrible at gift giving.
I'm. It's
I
one of
wish
those
there
things.
was-
I think there's two types of people. There's people that like getting gifts and people that like giving gifts. You know what I mean?
You don't like getting gifts.
No, I like getting. I'm the weird one. I'm
I'm gonna
both.
find you an actual puzzle box with demons inside.
Man, if you listen, that I ain't trying to tell you what to get me, but if you got me, if you got
Actual demon.
an actual demon box. Oh,
I knew you were my best friend. Yes.
if you got me like a replica Lamech configuration,
Yeah.
like
I'm on Amazon that right now.
that would probably be. What was I? Oh my god! Speaking of weird Amazon lookups, what was I looking up the other day?
Man, they got just real quick while you're looking, they have $50 fucking bulletproof vests on Wish. Do you trust those?
Oh no, no! I wouldn't. First of all, I don't even think I'd give one of those to my enemy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
not
just
a
feel
good
bad
look.
for him. No, I remember what I looked
Packed
up.
with fucking phone book
I
paper?
was trying to find a bust, like a little head bust
Yeah.
of Marcus Aurelius. I was gonna put it on my wish list. I thought that would be sweet to put on my desk. You know what I mean?
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
It was just, I'm curious about it. What the fuck were we talking about? That just blew my mind, and I can't.
Weird Amazon things.
I don't know.
I got this shirt. This is my voting shirt for next week.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But look at this. Like, they have a floor rug. Could you fucking imagine rolling your computer chair in that while you rage out?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember my question now.
Okay.
I heard a thing the other day, and I was curious about it. And I don't have the rage demon, so I don't know. Right? I'm gonna get mad, but I don't freak out. At least not often. They were talking about it like as a cover for. You think it's a shield? Is it like a thing where, like an animal in your instance? Is it like an animal where they like make a loud noise or a large bark to avoid conflict, or do you think it's a fear of lack of control?
It's either
Because it's not like you mentioned Marcus Aurelius, so it made me think about it. But like aside from him, because he was an angry asshole, right?
yeah.
But like, aren't the tenets of Stoicism like not?
Well, see, here's what I
I'm
always
always
say.
curious about
This is
it.
what I say. This is what I say about Stoicism. Is like I'm a practicing Stoic.
Right.
Right. Because the thing is like I try to strive for being logical and not using my emotions to control me. Right. It's a practice. Sometimes I'm So I mean, I would say sometimes I'm better at it, and I can work through it, and sometimes I'm really bad at it. That's why you have to practice at it, because
Right,
I
it's
understand.
practice, yeah, for sure.
I understand. I have a problem, right?
But what do you think the source is?
Oh,
Do you think it comes from childhood bark bite thing,
it could be.
or do you think it's I don't know.
I think it's like a warning. You know what I mean? I think like a bark bite thing. Like I don't.
Like you don't want to get gangster.
I don't. No, I don't want to. I don't want to go crazy, right? But that's my warning bell. Like that's my. It's about that time for me to go crazy. You know.
Anger just makes me so tired. So I guess I don't understand it.
See, that makes me the opposite of tired. It's weird. You get to a certain point and you actually want more of it, so you try to egg it on, and you try to make it worse. You know what I mean?
I guess I'm learning. We're all different. I don't understand it. That's what I was. Like I said, I have had a lot of thoughts. I've been trying to do some shadow work.
It goes back to here lately my thinking on the notion of like it's not necessarily. I don't think sometimes like I've come to the conclusion. I think that the notion that that violence is never the answer is
give violence a chance.
It's
bro.
a false. It's a false principle.
Yeah.
That was placed upon us by our archons. I was actually talking about El Presidente about this. I was like, okay, how about think about it like this? I was like, we've been told that violence isn't the answer, that we should earn what we should never steal and earn what we get from our labor, right? And that we don't lie and we don't cheat, right? I was like, we're told these things,
But it's all control.
but our archons do all the opposite,
Yeah.
right?
We're fools.
So I was like, so how about from now on, I be wrathful and I be angry and I do and understand that violence, in fact, does solve most problems.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing, if it has to come to it.
This is your shirt, by the way. Sorry. Keep talking.
But if it comes down to it, I mean, I'm not saying in every instance. I feel like if you can bring somebody to the table and you guys can talk it out without violence, that's fine. But I feel like it comes to a point, it's just going to have to happen.
We've definitely mentioned
It's
that.
inevitable.
We've mentioned that before when it comes down to like
I think it's the archons. I think it's the archons telling us like it's the whole turn the other cheek thing.
that's yeah, but it's also kind of like the old West, where everybody was strapped. We've talked about it before. Pistols at noon. If everybody was willing to shoot each other in a duel, people would probably shut the fuck up.
I have to say, if there's one thing I wish they would just bring it back, it would be legal dueling.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be to death. It doesn't even have to be. It could be. Yes, I like that shirt.
Brother Jacob bought that.
And that's the thing. Like, okay, we'll end the show with my philosophy on legal dueling and see if this jars up anybody's opinions out there. Okay, here's the thing. It doesn't. It could be so broad, right? It doesn't have. I'm not. When you think of dueling, you think like pistols at dawn or fucking we're gonna sword fight or something. No, it could be whatever you choose. Whatever you two choose it to be.
You both agree on it.
You both agree on it, and you're like, duel. We're going to have a duel because our words aren't going to work.
Yeah, clearly, conversation didn't work here.
Yeah, clearly conversation, and there's no compromise that could be reached. We must do this with some sort of trial by another means.
Is it to death?
Well, that's the thing. You could pick to death. It could be like a chess match. I challenge you to a duel of chess, a duel of the mind, right?
Yeah.
Like something that doesn't involve argue. Because here's the problem: is we've reached a point in.
What if I challenge you to a game of Risk?
Ooh-wee. We've reached a point in society where people have decided that whatever their opinion is only the only right one because they've taken moral high grounds, right? And decided that they've mixed up their morality with their politics, and that's where the problems come in. Because now it's not just a matter of debating one's opinion; you're debating one's very like
It's idpol.
reason for existing, right?
We called it a long time ago. Idpol. That was your choice of an episode too, by the way.
So the
Hats off.
So the thing is if we can't have reasonable discussion and come to a compromise on something, and obviously one of us is going to be evil and one of us is going to be good,
Time to turn up.
then it's time. It's time. Then obviously we can't debate it and discuss it with words. It's time to
up the notch.
Yeah, it's time to debate it in another way, either with knives, pistols, guns, chess, risk, arm wrestling,
Broken glue and glass on your
like
face.
I said, you both have to decide on what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's a contract. Why shouldn't it be fucking legal?
Listen, if they ever make it legal, I assume they would do it like notary publics, right? Like you'd have to get like a license to be like the moderator in a duel. I will be the first motherfucker in line because I love that shit. I want to see that shit. I'll be like, okay, so you two have decided that because
You're going to get your notary license right off the rip?
you decided to call his wife a dumb fat bitch. You
feel good about that?
You require he requires
Penance.
an apology for that, and you refuse to apologize for saying it. So he challenged you to a duel. You both have decided that at exactly 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, you are going to fight to submission with pool sticks.
But if somebody dies, it's fine.
Well, that's part of the clause. Like you
can't charge somebody with murder if you're in a
That's
contract.
why you try to avoid that. If they don't want it to death, it's just a submission, right? You would have a moderator. Like,
shouldn't there be an accident clause?
Like I'm there.
Referee.
Of course
Referee.
I'm like the referee moderator, right?
Yeah,
I'm making sure this is all legit.
Gotcha.
And each party, I assume, has a witness in a second, right?
Yeah.
So they have somebody there. So they have their little pool cue fight at dawn, right? And I'm sitting there watching, and one gets the upper hand and starts just wailing. And I see, okay, the other one is not going to submit.
He's fucking unconscious.
Even though he's unconscious.
It's time to stop.
It's time to stop. You have won the duel.
Yeah.
His wife is in fact a dumb fat bitch.
We found out.
Listen, I'm sorry, Karen, but you now officially on your driver's license it has to say you're a dumb fat bitch.
I forget the
I'm
name.
sorry,
I forget
but that's
the name.
just the way it is.
El Presidente told me about this. Fuck. I'm sure he'll message me after he hears the episode. There's a list. Did you know about this? A list. I think it's per county. That if you or I go to court and we get proven to be a liar, they add your name to the list
of liars.
It's like a liar list.
Known liars.
Yeah. So they looked up J Todd.
Yeah.
They were trying to fuck with him. That way. I'm going to delete all this.
Yeah.
But that was one of the things they were trying to do is like bring it into the union investigation. Like, this guy's a known liar.
He is a known liar.
Did you know that was a thing?
I did not.
I'm going to put part of this in here so he'll message us with the name. But they literally, I don't want to say subpoenaed, but they put it out there in like 4 different courts. Like Warren County, Franklin County, and all around the area. Like, I bet this motherfucker's a liar, and I want you to show me that he's not.
It makes you wonder if there's more than one list, like known liars, chronic masturbators, you know?
Yeah, I'm on that one.
Bedwetters, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck. Alcoholics,
yeah.
You know?
Hey, how are you?
But for real though, dueling, I'm gonna be a moderator.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get, honestly, I'd take a nominal fee. It's like a moonlighting thing. Like I don't want to make money off of it because I just want to watch dudes.
You just want the pleasure.
Yeah, get real excited when a contract comes across my desk and it's like
2 guys,
they're doing
knuckled
whiskey bottles at dawn, and I'm like, ooh.
Could you imagine how many hits do you think it would take in a double brass knuckled brawl?
Oh, not long.
2 or 3.
That'd be quick.
4.
You'd be an interesting one is like a drinking competition. Like like they just go shot for shot.
Could I be the stand-in? What was that called? It was in Game of Thrones.
It's like you're you want to be somebody's champion?
Yeah, like they have fuck. I thought they had a name for it.
Well, okay, yeah. So this is it's your champion. So
like,
say someone challenges me to a duel, right, over something.
I want to drink.
They say for drinking, and I'd be like, oh man, that's who your second is, right?
I accept your challenge.
So I would be like, I'm taking Bones as my second.
Yeah.
And you're like, I declared I'm his champion. I'm his champion.
What's up, bitch?
Which means you were going to drink for me.
Yeah.
And drink him hopefully under the table.
Seltzer's at noon, faggot.
But I feel like if moving forward, if I had a suggestion for the Libertarian Party to really get some traction going, they need to just because here's the thing, I could see people on both sides of the political spectrum being like, you know what, let's do it, man. Let's bring dueling back. In fact, I've been for a while now. I've thought it should go a step higher. Like I believe Like, you get two factions of people with differentiating opinions. If they want to meet in the field of battle and agree on weapons,
fucking do it.
Let's do it. Play in each other's blood.
Let's take a quick break.
I think it's about that time, though.
I'm about to piss my pants.
All right, good.
I will say this, though. Somebody that would get more votes than George Jorgensen is Stroke Ron Paul. So what does it do? It's an app? And
it's like an app, and
you have to change the batteries and stuff?
Oh, no. It's got a rechargeable, but the rechargeable lasts 6 months.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah, so I don't even... I charged them up, and I don't even have to worry about it. Till
you talk through it through your phone?
Yeah, I could talk through...
I know Joey Coco showed it to me before at work, and I'm like, that's wild.
I mess with dogs all the time. Like, I'll like they'll be out back, and I'll just, like... Because I could listen to what they're... Because I can turn on the volume, but I can also turn on the microphone. And they'll be like in the VR and they'll be like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And they're like,
"What the fuck?"
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Or I mess with Caitlin.
Yeah.
Or like she'll be at school, and I'll go outside like and just like go in front of the camera and then just like pull my pants down real quick.
Look at my dick.
Because it gives her a notification that the door's at the back door.
Hey, check your phone.
And I'll be like,
I have an idea, and it came to me yesterday.
All right.
I wanted to ask you if you'd be cool with it. Because, friends help friends, right? Mm-hmm. And I wanted to mention this first. You read a book?
Yeah. I read a book.
Tubbs wrote a book called The King's Fire, Prophecy and Flame, S. James Emhoff. It's on Amazon. You can get a physical copy if you want. You can get a digital copy, or you can get a physical copy with a digital copy.
If you buy a physical copy, you get the digital.
Yeah. And if you buy a physical copy of The King's Fire, Prophecy and Flame by S. James Emhoff on Amazon, and you hit us up in bonesandtubbs@gmail.com, we'll send you a secret address of an abandoned house that we will go and pick up your package. He will sign it, maybe in blood. I don't know.
And then send it back to you.
Send it back to you.
Maybe he'll have a body sketch in it, too.
Yeah. Some nudes. Pictures of you on the ring.
On the ring.
Look at my dick. No, but my idea was, hear me out. This is going to coax you out of your hole.
Okay.
I feel like what are those things? The conch shells? You're in the conch shell.
Like a conch? It's just a conch.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to coax the conch out of the shell.
Uh-huh.
What if we shared a blog spot?
Okay.
And we wrote things.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay. Can I write whatever I want?
Of course you can.
Oh, man. Listen, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like because I made the right decision and
Christ, what is this, bowling?
I burned things during the autumnal equinox and made sure that I was putting my creative efforts forward.
Yeah.
But I had like a crazy, the last week, outpouring of like ideas for stories that I haven't had in a long time. And a whole 3-part sci-fi thing came into my head, and it's fucking wild. And I told like as soon as like the first story, because I had it in 3 parts, right?
Yeah.
The first part literally came together, and I'd say less than like 30 seconds, and I had to tell Toe Beans.
Yeah.
Like I told her the entire thing, like the whole story, right? And I blew her fucking mind with it, man. She was like, "Oh my god!" Because when I told her like. Because the story is based on, like, another story. A story a lot of us know, right? But I don't want to say that because...
Say it to me and I'll delete it.
It's a retelling of the story of Adam and Eve.
Okay.
And I'll tell you more about it here in a minute.
Awesome.
But I don't want to talk about, like... I don't want to...
Yeah.
Because when I push this out there, I want people to figure it out for themselves and be like, "Oh my God!"
Do you think that there would be added value to people's lives, which means more money for us? I'm going to delete that. If we had a shared blog spot, because you could write anything you wanted, I could write anything I wanted. They're obviously not going to be the same.
Yeah. That'd be great. I like it.
And we could plug the podcast. We could plug it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And it's like it's going to reach a completely different audience.
Yeah, and I got some ideas, because I've had ideas for serialized podcasts before, too, where it was like fiction stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
We
I
also
could.
talked in the past about doing a shared Kabbalion rewrite. Not a rewrite, but like a narration.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. That could be like bonus material for real,
Right.
like for the Patreon.
Gangster.
I'd like that. Like if we just did like a 7-part series and just dropped one per month.
Battle Bun gave me that idea.
That's a good idea, Battle Bun.
Yeah.
Just saying. I hadn't seen her in a minute.
I told her she needed a message. I was like, have you talked to Tobeans at all? She's like, no. I want to. I was like, why the fuck don't you? You should.
Toby just keep doing her thing. You know what I mean? She just
She's like, I feel bad. I haven't talked to her in so long. Things got so crazy. Things have been so busy. I'm like, well, listen, there's one thing you got to do. You got this thing, right? Mm-hmm. It's about this big.
Yeah.
You pull it out of your fucking pants.
Mm-hmm.
You type in it.
Yeah.
And then you send that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
You know. Oh, I do that. I do that sometimes if I haven't talked to somebody in a while. I'll be like, well, see what they're doing. But, okay.
Hey, how are you?
I'd say that about wraps it up for the show.
I have a good feeling about that one.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah.
So what are we doing? Bubblegum history?
The spectacular history of... Wait.
Spectacular history of bubblegum.
The spectacular history of bubblegum. Stoicism.
I mean, maybe. I'm just asking. I'm throwing it out there. I'm really good at deleting shit, Jay.
You gotta make it like absolutely wild. Like you gotta think of it like a Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory kind of thing.
Sometimes I feel like JMY5 when he sees he listens to our episode, he's like, "What the fuck am I gonna do with this?" But then he does a fantastic job.
It's a spectacular history of Marcus Aurelius and his bubblegum fetish. Oof, that's gonna get people really interested. Something like that. You get what I'm saying?
It's better than Shoot the Shit cast.
Yeah, we've done a lot of those, but it's whatever. Okay. We'd like to thank y'all for listening to the show.
We want to thank JNY5 Internet Studios over on Instagram for his fantastic work. How did you like his last one?
He just keeps doing it, man.
Straight fire.
He just keeps doing it. We keep giving him these dumbass titles and episodes, and he just keeps fucking churning it out.
We're like a beautiful metapod about to shit out a even more beautiful Butterfree. And we thank you, JNY5 Internet Studios, for dealing with our bullshit.
We'd like to thank Blood Brave for letting us use his music on the show.
Blood the Brave at Bandcamp, Blood the Brave at Twitter, a.k.a. Kyle Reese, Blood the Brave on Instagram, Blood the Brave on Facebook. Check him out, anarchist rapper, doing his thing.
Yeah.
Out there in the streets.
There's there's ways to get a hold of us.
We've got Instagram.com/BonesandTubs. We got Facebook.com/BonesandTubs. We got Twitter at BonesTubs. And we're about to have a fucking blog spot, it sounds like.
And we got Gmail.
Gmail.com/BonesTubs.
I like that Gmail too.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
If you want to check us out or get a hold of us, you know how to do it. If you want to send us some Patreon,
we've been getting quite a few people on Instagram too.
Oh, good.
I don't know if you noticed. It comes into the not inbox. It's in the requests.
Oh, okay.
And I started clicking those. Some of them are fake, but most of them are not fake. They're like, I just wanted to share this with you. I love your podcast.
Okay, cool.
Thank you guys for hitting us up. We appreciate it. We love talking to all of y'all.
Yeah, so go check it out. And
I think Tubbs might start a fucking chatterbait after the conversation earlier because he can block it out for a 50-mile radius.
No one will know. Who's gonna? It's like that TikTok.
Who's
gonna know?
Who's this fucking matador in a fucking nightshirt?
No one's gonna know.
No one.
Who's gonna know?
No one.
They're gonna know. They're gonna know. We'd like to thank y'all for listening. We hope you all enjoyed the show. We hope you have a great Halloween. And I think when we come back next week, it's probably either going to be the day of or the day before the election.
You're going to hear rifles loading.
Yeah.
We might do, and I really want to talk to you about this more. I think we might do, if you're cool with it, we might do another Halloween episode.
Okay. That's cool. I'm fine with that.
That'd be sweet.
Just have to plan it out right. Yeah.
I mean, we got some days.
Well, okay. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
We'd like to thank y'all for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. And if we don't hear you between now and Halloween, have a happy Halloween, and we'll see you guys next time.
We love you. Red is sus. Check out Among Us. They're not a sponsor. We love you.
We really do.
Have backup on standby.
You found these in your bag. What are they for? You know what's going on right now? The government shut down. You predicted it 3 months ago. Now talk.
Hey, for the next 2 minutes and 25 seconds, I need you to take in every single word I say. This is no government. Stacks.
I prayed to God one time, but he didn't talk back. Took the words that I was praying and I put them in raps. Writing scriptures with these words that shit a biblical pack. That's man-made, like the Bible I was reading in class. They told me stories about the dude, they said that nigga was white. I did my research, found out that shit wasn't right. And now I'm searching for the truth along with meaning of life. Perpetuating on the darkness while I'm shedding the light. There's no government. Is this a reward or a punishment? Section 8 housing, who's funding it? Democratic nigga or Republican? That shit don't even matter, cause the winner's never even really running it. How's the country functioning? TSA lines with a gun in it. I pray to touchdown, we ain't punting it. Make us choose sides, who you fucking with. Shit attract me, then we about to see who you really running with. It's that! Choose, you with the people or the evil, divided or the equal, beginning or the sequel, illegal or the legal, the truth or the deceitful, the war or the peaceful, with the calm or the lethal. All gas, this is diesel, I be spitting the truth. Manifested education from the time of my youth. Graduated from the basement, I was living the proof. Molested beats like a reverend when he stepped into school. The government, man-made and self-paid, land of the free, but the home to many slaves. Healthcare for free? Nah, nigga, we second grade. Then watch how people die when the bills go unpaid. It's concave, not in good hands, no all state. Make us great again, that nigga threw that ball fake. Now the shit in shambles, what the fuck do they all say? Kick that nigga out, you been saying that all day. I heard the country at a raw spelled backwards. Maybe it's a lie and they pay for Google AdWords. Pick the word division, man, that's gotta be the password. Divided demographic deviated by our cash worth. They got the country face down, they gon' hit the ass first. No kind of beating up the country till her ass hurt. Maybe they should ask her, instead of trying to pass her, how to fix a problem and not kill the bitch faster. Listen, no government is soon to cause suffering. I wrote this rap to double up the coverage. This shit ain't McDonald's, you can't feed me all this bullshit then expect me to start screaming that I'm really fucking loving it. Cause if no one is governing while poverty is hovering, it's sure to cause a war within the country. I ain't stuttering. I'll give this shit a couple months before people get to shooting. I'll stay loaded like a downloaded movie, stay buffering. It's that! There's no government. No government. There's no government.
Alright. You're free to go.
There's no government. No government.